welcome to Tuned In Tarot. I am Pearl, and today we're going to look at this card that jumped out of my Work Your Light deck by Rebecca Campbell. And Spirit is asking us to look at how we might be dimming our light in order to fit in. So I'm going to look at some of the various ways we could do that using the Archetype cards by Carolyn Miss and my Mystic Mondays deck by Grace Strong. All right, and I will put those in the caption as well. So let's take a look. How might we be dimming our light in order to fit in? Okay. Addiction. That's a very common way we might dim our lights. Let's get a little bit more insight into this. Now remember, every archetype has shadow and light. The light energy for the addict is that it helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. The shadow energy is that it compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. Ooh, okay, so you might be dimming your light in order to fit in with your addiction. So we have Seven of Swords energy, which is deception, sneaking, telling lies, not being honest, not being upfront, and definitely goes along with addictive behaviors. We have the Eight of Swords, which is the card of self-sabotage. And the reason why it's associated with self-sabotage is because the bonds that bind the Divine Feminine in this image could be easily slipped out of, and she could walk right away from the things that she has going on. So if you are suffering from addiction, or you are in the energy of the addict in some way, it is definitely going to be bringing up deceit and self-sabotage. Now this card came out in reverse. So what Spirit is saying is, yes, you are dimming your light with these addictions that you have. Whether this be to, it could be to watching tarot readings about your divine masculine. It could be, an actual substance. It could be numbing yourself out in any way. But Spirit is saying, if you recognize that this is a behavior that comes from self-sabotage and is in itself the thing that keeps your light from shining, you can move out of this self-sabotaging energy and begin to let your light shine through. Your addiction will start to dissipate. It's something that's going to happen in union. Okay, let's look at another aspect of self we could be using to dim our light in order to fit in. And in order to fit in part of the addiction, of course, that has to do a lot of times with participating socially in addictive behaviors. Okay, rescuer energy. So, the light attributes of the rescuer: providing strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. And the shadow attributes are: assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. Okay, so you could be dimming your light in order to fit in. I think this is very applicable right now to many of the people who have reacted to our social awareness about oppression with performance-based allyship, being performative. This could be dimming your light. Believing that you are a rescuer or that you need to be a rescuer, always having to rescue people, is actually keeping the ones around you needy It causes codependence, and you could be doing this to try to fit in with others, fit in with what's going on right now, or trying to make up for some of the discomfort you feel. Okay, interesting. So, the clarification from the tarot is Three of Cups, which is often celebratory energy, and in light of the rescuer and its shadow attributes, assuming the rescuer will reciprocate, there may be this idea that this performance that has been happening, you believe, is going to result in this love coming towards you, that you're rescuing people in order to receive love and abundance from them. And this is keeping you from coming into your full Queen of Cups energy. Instead, you're kind of stuck in this Page of Cups energy, this youthful, not really taking your cup very seriously, and not receiving also any serious offers because you're consumed with what the ego gets from receiving the glory of rescuing others. And this is dimming your light. It's dimming you from truly providing strength and support to others because you're doing this from a place that is not genuine. It feels inauthentic. That is dimming your light. All right, let's look at one more potential aspect. How we might be dimming ourselves, dimming our light in order to fit in. Warrior. The light attributes of the warrior: strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. The shadow attributes are trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. Okay, so those are some pretty rough shadow attributes. So we might be going into our warrior energy and dimming our light in order to fit in. All right, so there is an aspect Spirit is saying where we believe our warrior energy is putting us in this Queen of Cups, where we have control over our emotions and command over our reactions to our emotions. And we believe that by becoming the warrior for ourselves, we're being powerful. But what's really happening is we're coming in very recklessly, and we're blocking others from our light because they're feeling this hardness from us. So we need to come into our power, into the light attributes, and conquering the ego, because the shadow attributes have us sort of filling our ego by being able to fight for our causes and feel like we have the right to demand certain things from people in our lives. But really that's about what our ego is demanding, and it's not in the light attributes of being supportive to others and conquering the ego. All right, let's get some last messages from Spirit. Let's get 3 messages. How can we bring in our light, bring out our light? Bring love into the situation. There are 2 other ways. balance spirituality and practicality. And one more message. Be bold and make the first move. All right. So, for those of us suffering with addiction as a way, as a means of dimming our light in order to fit in, we must bring love into the situation. And this is absolutely true. We must bring self-love in, because addiction is ruled by a lack of self-worth and self-love. So we do need to bring love into the situation. For those of us in the energy of the rescuer, we must balance spirituality and practicality. You can't save everyone. If you are a healer, it might be that you have big dreams of being able to heal great numbers of people, but you might be holding yourself back and dimming your light by being too much of a perfectionist and not actually putting content out into the world right now. That's just one example. So you might have big dreams, you might feel a need to heal others, but you have to balance your spirituality and practicality. And finally, that last warrior energy, Spirit is saying, be bold and make the first move. But when you're going in and making the first move, make sure you're going in Queen of Cups energy truly, and not just in a warrior energy, just to win for winning's sake. All right, that's it for today. I hope you have a lovely day. If you'd like to see more content from me, I am Tuned In Tarot on Instagram. I put out a daily tune in to the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine Union on that channel. I also run playlists. Have a wonderful day.